Hey guys, welcome back for another update. To be honest with you guys, I didn't really think that I was going to get to do another pregnancy update because the last couple days have been kind of crazy for me, and I've had some like false labor and just some like moments where I thought that this was it and still no baby. So if you guys want to know more about the story of my trip to the hospital, definitely check out the vlog that I just did on, it's called like my update or whatever. Definitely check that one out. And so today is Tuesday, March 13th, and still no baby. So I thought I would go ahead and do my 38 pregnancy update, which the last update that I did, I'm sorry I left you guys for like so long, was when I was 34 weeks, which was like over a month ago. So I am now 38 weeks. I will be 39 weeks on Thursday, and it is just more surreal now than ever because this pregnancy is just about over, which is crazy, and it's kind of sad and bittersweet at the same time because like not only am I going to get to meet my son and hold him and my life will be forever changed, but it's just also it's just very like, it's gonna be really different, and I'm like one of those people that I kind of have a hard time with change and stuff. So I just hope that I adjust okay, and I hope that I don't get like depressed or anything like that. I just hope that I do okay. So anyways, I'm sure I will do okay because I got like a lot of support around me, but it just kind of scares me a little bit. So I'm going to talk to you guys about some symptoms here on my little, I did notepad paper today, because if I don't write stuff down, I cannot remember anything, and we would just be here and I would be saying, what else to tell you guys. Also, I didn't put any makeup on today, so I don't look the best, but I'm honestly having a little bit of sinus like issues since yesterday, so I don't really feel 100% on top of my game today, so that's why I don't have any makeup on. And I got second day hair with dry shampoo, so it doesn't look the best either, so I do apologize that I don't really look presentable in this video. But guys, I am just seriously so ready to have my son and be done being pregnant. I cannot stress that enough. So let's go ahead and get into this video before I ramble on any longer. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the Braxton Hicks contractions. I think I finally experienced those for real about, I think it was over the weekend, or it was like last Thursday or Friday, I forget. So the Braxton Hicks has picked up greatly. Like I have them every day, which is also kind of making me like just like pay more attention to like what's going on, and if they get more closer together when I need to count them. And I haven't had anything like that, but I'm just waiting for that to happen. So they're definitely more real. When I first felt the pains in my like sides of my belly just this past like Thursday or Friday, it really like, I was like, oh wow, this is different. That is the first level that I got to actually feel them for the first time, because the only kind of experience I've had before was stomach tightness, and that, which is still really uncomfortable, and I'm having a little bit of that this morning. No pains, but my stomach gets like rock hard. But they are happening like every day. I'm experiencing some of them every day, and my doctor said that was good because it means like my body's like gearing up for the real labor. So I guess it's good, but I'm just like that kind of person, like I wish if this was gonna happen, it would happen, which I know it will, but I'm just ready, you know? I'm ready, but I know Cole must not be ready, or else we would have a baby here. So anyways, that's the first thing that has been really crazy ever just these last few, I guess, week. Really, the last week really is when I really started having them like badly or just more. And now that I felt like the pain, like it feels like menstrual cramps, I think I finally got to feel like a more intense contraction. So the second thing that I wrote down was, oh my gosh, at nighttime. So yes, I think I've talked about it in the past, but like I have to, like right now in this past week or two, I think this just past week, really, like I have to go to the bathroom every 2 hours in the middle of the night, regardless if I don't drink anything at all. I try not to drink nothing before I go to bed. 2 hours I'll wake up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom and relieve, which is just a couple dribbles of pee. And it's the only way that I can feel relieved though, because I just got so much pressure down on my bladder from the baby's head, I guess, being down there, because he is head down, which is good. But it's also kind of uncomfortable, especially when he moves his head down there. I'll tell you guys about that. But I'm sleeping. I think the last time I talked to you guys, I was having like a week of like pregnancy insomnia where like I was not sleeping at night. So now I am kind of sleeping a little better. But like I said, I wake up every 2 hours to go to the bathroom, which really sucks. And I don't know, it's hard for me to roll over, of course. I just got all this weight. So yeah. So the next thing that I was, you know, really glad and like to talk about the last few times that I made these videos was that I hadn't gotten any stretch marks. Well, I can now say that that is no longer the case. I do have stretch marks, and they just kind of come out of nowhere the last 2 weeks. And they are mainly on the sides of my belly, down underneath below the belly button area. It's not on like the front face of my stomach, at least not the red ones, but I do have the ugly old red ones down on the sides of my stomach, which I just kind of learned that it's crazy to, you know, to be obsessed with stretch marks, because I feel like a lot of women are, and I honestly could say that I was one of them that didn't want them. But then at the same time, I will remember them and think of them as like my son, and it's just like a tattoo, really. And I think that's the way that we should think of them, instead of thinking of them as ugly marks or anything, because it means that we created a life, and that every time we will see them, we will be reminded of why we have them, and I think it'll be worth it. So I'm no longer really worried about them. I mean, they're there. I'll probably, you know, in the future maybe put cream on them to try to cover them up. Maybe they won't look so harsh or anything, but I'm really not worried about it. I just hope that my stomach will shrink back down pretty fast, because if anything, I'm more worried about like what my stomach is gonna look like afterwards. Like, is it gonna be all flabby, or I'm probably gonna have to work really hard to get my stomach to look good again, because I am probably gonna be a little uncomfortable in a bathing suit, but I'll be okay. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. So the next thing is like the breathing has gotten a lot worse. If you guys haven't noticed, in most of my videos I like have to stop and I normally cut it out of the video, but I seriously have to stop and like take a breath. And then you might notice between like my words, like I kind of gasp a little bit, or like that I'm struggling to tell you guys things. I feel like I just breathe in hard. I do think the baby has dropped a little bit this past week, because at night when I'm laying down, just the last 2 nights, I actually was able to breathe a little bit better laying down, because I was having this really bad pressure like up on my lungs, and I really hate the feeling. I don't even know how to explain it. I guess if you guys know what I'm talking about, but like you just feel like the only way to relieve it, like I have to sit up for a minute until the feeling goes away, then I can lay back down. But it just feels like you got this heavy pressure up on your chest or in your lungs, and it just kind of makes you feel sick too. Like it makes me just feel like, oh. So that's the only way that I can relieve that, is I have to like move around or move to the other side, or just kind of coach the baby. I've kind of done that a couple times and it helped too, because sometimes he'll stick his feet up in my rib cage and I can tell when they're up there because I get like really uncomfortable. So I just kind of like massage his feet down and he will move his feet for me. It's like so cute because like, I don't know, it's just like he responds to me so much, like whenever I touch my belly, and it's just, I don't know, I don't know guys, it's just crazy. So okay, so the next thing is, just this past Tuesday night, I had some like weird itching that started, and of course I Google, not good to do sometimes, but cholestasis, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but the ICP thing was starting to freak me out. So I had like, and it was coming in the evenings, like this random itching, and it was kind of like all over my body, but it wasn't like severe itching. It was just like here and there I was like scratching, and I'm just like, what the heck? Because I haven't had any problems with really itching other than my stomach, and that was when my stomach was like stretching. Occasionally I would get some like mild itching on my belly, and other than that I haven't had any itching. So I thought that was like really weird, and the more and more I looked into it and had read people's horror stories about it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna mention this just to be safe. So I did, and they went ahead and took my blood and tested me for it, which I just read the results on my phone today, and everything is normal. I do not have cholestasis. I do not have that. My liver and everything and bile was normal, which I figured it was, because like I haven't had any more itching, just those couple days, and then it was like done. So I don't know what that was. Could have just been hormones or something, but I'm really happy that I don't have it. But I just wanted to be safe and get it checked anyways, because it is something that's really serious. If you are itching, you definitely should mention it to your doctor. Sorry about that, my husband called and now I have no idea what I was even talking about. So anyways, I do not have cholestasis, if I'm even saying it right, but if you do, or if you think that you do, I strongly recommend that you give your doctor a heads up on any kind of itching that you have, just to let them know what's going on. Like, you would, trust me, like, you want to be safe than be sorry, because I read some really sad stories with that, and it was just devastating. So I wanted to know for 100% sure if I had it or not, and my doctors didn't even, because like I told them like I wasn't even itching really bad, and they just asked me like, well we can do blood work if you want to just double check you. And it made me feel so much better to know that they were, you know, doing everything they could. They could have just looked at me and said, oh, you're fine, we're not going to worry about it unless you're severely itching, because I heard some women don't even have to have it severely itching, and you don't have to have it in your hands and feet either. You could have it anywhere on your body. So definitely just be aware, because it is scary. And I really like where I go and doctor. I feel like they really care, and any kind of concern I mention to them, they take it seriously, and they go ahead and check me anyways. So anyways, okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is a craving. So I think I mentioned it in a vlog probably, but my biggest craving these last 2 weeks have been Sour Patch Kids. I do not know why I'm obsessed with Sour Patch Kids. My tongue has got probably blisters on it. It goes numb from eating so many Sour Patch Kids. It is so ridiculous. I am obsessed. I don't even know. It's just like, but I seriously crave it though. It's like I just want Sour Patch Kids. It's the most randomest craving I've had this whole pregnancy, and I haven't really had like extreme cravings, you know, or anything weird. So these last few weeks of pregnancy has probably been the worst, to where I feel like if I want something, I'm gonna have it, because like I feel like I guess it's a craving. It's just like a want though too. So I don't really know if you consider it like cravings or not, but Sour Patch Kids is definitely a craving, because I gotta have them things. I don't know what it is. I have a bag in my cupboard right now that hasn't even been opened, but it probably will be later. I've had some mild swelling on my fingers, mainly my fingers, not so much my hands. I mean, I guess they get a little bit too, but it's mainly my fingers get kind of fat. I have no longer, if you guys notice, haven't been wearing my wedding rings, and that's just because they won't fit on there, and it's really uncomfortable to wear them with swollen fingers. So, but like I said, this is something that I get on and off throughout the day. It's not like I've had severe swelling, and in my feet, they kind of get a little bit, like right now, they're kind of a little puffy, but they're not too bad. When I woke up this morning, my feet were so skinny, they looked like I wasn't even pregnant. And that happens too normally. They'll be fine, and then whenever I don't have them like elevated throughout the day, sometimes they get a little swollen, or when I try to wear shoes that might be a little snug on my feet, kind of makes them more swollen. So I just try to make sure that I'm propping my feet, you know, if I'm getting like really swollen, or when I have time, I just sit down, prop my feet up, and normally the swelling will go down in like not even that long. I'm getting like a lot of exercise, my feet don't hardly swell, so I don't really know what that is, because I've heard a lot of people say when they're on their feet too much, their feet swell, but it's kind of weird. It's kind of the opposite for me. I don't really know why. But the next thing is that I've been feeling a lot more tired, and I think it's because I haven't been going to work. The last 2 times, because today would have been the day that I would have went to clean with my mom, and then last week I didn't go with her either. So I haven't had as much exercise, even though I did clean my house. I still am cleaning my house every week. I have never missed not cleaning my house, which could change when the baby gets here, of course. I might be like struggling to do some things, but I think for the most part I'm still going to be able to do things, because I know my mindset and I know how I feel about having a clean house. So plus I have my husband to help me, which is nice. So I'm not really worried about that, but I've just been feeling a lot more tired, and I think it's because I'm not doing as much. And obviously I'm getting closer to the end of pregnancy. I have a lot more weight that I'm carrying around, and I just have noticed that I'm just feeling a little bit more sluggish, which is kind of crappy. Watch my update video. My mucus plug is gone. I lost it. At least I lost half of it, because like it wasn't a whole bunch like I saw pictures of other people's. Really gross, but I Google. But it was enough, and I knew what it was. So I don't have that thing, or I heard they can actually come back too. Like I heard your body can remake that. So I don't know, but ever since I lost it, I've been having contractions ever since then, like every day. So I don't know, I've heard some people say they go into labor like hours afterwards. A lot of you guys have commented on my videos saying that you've had your kids like not long after. So here I am over here like, okay, it's my turn. When is this gonna happen? I'm waiting. But nothing has happened to me yet. And that was on Sunday. Today is now Tuesday. So, still could happen in like a day or two. I don't know. But I also hear people tell me that it doesn't mean anything, that you could still go your full term. So, till you're 40 weeks or overdue. Which I hope I'm not overdue, guys. I am so over that. Hot flashes have been terrible. I have had the worst hot flashes. When they come on, like, I feel like I'm going to catch flames. Like, I feel like my body is going to shoot up in flames. I get so hot all of a sudden, and then they normally don't last very long, but when I'm having one, it's like, it's bad. And I really hate, I'll have them on my face a lot, and my ears get really hot really quick, and then it's just, it's awful. They have been like the worst. So I feel for like my mom that when you get older and you go through like menopause, like my mom has hot flashes all the time. She always talks about it. So I can just imagine like if you have to have those all the time. And last night I woke up sweating so bad because I must have had one in the middle of the night, and like when I woke up I was so hot and I was just like sweating. It was that bad. So I've had some mild redness to my skin. I also asked my doctor about that, and they said it was completely normal, that it's hormones, and it's nothing to be like alarmed about. If it gets to the point to where I'm like scratching or itching or stuff, they could provide me some kind of cream to use, but I haven't needed that. I haven't itched. I just get like a red look, almost kind of like a sunburn look to my skin, but they said it's normal. So I haven't been too worried about that. So like I said, the baby has dropped some. I am dilated to a 1. They checked me yesterday, so I am dilated to a 1. And yeah, it's better than 0, right? So the next thing is pelvic pressure, especially when the baby moves his head down there. And I can feel when he moves his head, because he is head down. They told me that he's in the perfect position for delivery, and which I know don't mean anything, but it was nice to hear that. At least he's not breech or anything. But when he moves his head down there, he sends this lightning bolt pain through my vagina. It hurts sometimes, and normally if I'm like walking and he's doing that, I have to like stop, and I'm like, ow, because it just like, it hurts. So I've gained 44 pounds. Actually, I was up to 46 pounds, and I went to the doctor last Friday and I lost 2 pounds somehow, which either they messed up when they weighed me, or I don't know, but I weigh, right now my weight was up to a gain of 44 pounds. Yes, it's over my recommended amount of weight, but I'm not worried about it. So, especially not at this point. I've just been eating whatever. I'm like, I'm at the end. I don't care. Of course, I've been like that the whole pregnancy pretty much, just eating whatever I want. I don't really care. I do try to eat some healthy things, and I've been trying to make smoothies and stuff, and like stuff a lot of spinach in smoothies, because you can't taste it in a smoothie, and I've made some really good smoothies lately, and I've been really liking fruit. I have been like having a craving for fruit a lot, so I eat a lot of bananas. That's one good thing I do eat. So I've had some breast tenderness and poor circulation from the waist down. Like my legs they're awful. Like I have to stretch all the time, and my legs just feel like the circulation down below the belly is awful. And I kind of have like these whitish spots on my legs, and I read like that was from circulation issues. You just want to keep an eye out, make sure you don't have any blood clots, which I've been keeping eyes on my legs, like making sure that everything's good, but try to stretch when I can. But the circulation is terrible, like from the belly down. So I've had some mild heartburn. I had heartburn last night and had to take 2 Tums. I take Tums, and that normally resolves my heartburn. I don't have it severe like a lot of pregnant women do, but if I eat something late at night, mainly, that's when I'll have it, because when I go to bed and lay down, that's when it's the worst. So I just take 2 Tums, and I'm normally good after that. It's hard to get out of bed. I thought this was kind of funny, but I feel like a child getting out of bed, because what I do is I kind of turn myself around like backwards and crawl down out of the bed with my legs like backwards getting off the bed. I feel like a kid getting out of bed. Like it's so bad, but that's the most comfortable way that I can get out of bed, because if I sit straight up, and normally when I do I have to grab my blanket and pull myself up, it's just it kind of tightens my stomach and it's uncomfortable. So I'd rather just kind of turn myself and get out legs first from behind me, and I feel like a toddler getting out of bed. So yeah, that's all for this video. That's pretty much all my symptoms, and I feel like since I'm so close, if I have any more like sudden symptoms of anything, I'll let you guys know in the vlogs or whatever. I'm not really sure how much more vlogs I'm gonna have until the labor vlog. I did find out that I can't film when I'm actually giving birth. But I think if I want to whip out the camera while I'm in the labor room and just like update you guys on what's going on, I will have some sort of video, but you will not be seen when I have the baby, which I didn't want to film that anyways. But you know, they told me that that wasn't allowed to do, but I can take pictures, so I might insert some pictures or stuff. I mean, not of my vagina, but you know what I mean, of the baby, maybe on my chest or something. Stuff like that, because it would be nice to have memories of, you know, right after you give birth to your baby. And then they told me if I have to have a C-section, I can take my camera back there. I can't film, but I can take regular pictures. So that's good. I'll have some way of remembering either experience. So yeah, I am going to go. I got some chores to do, and I love you guys very much. Thanks for watching this video. And this is our last update. It's so sad, but until the next pregnancy, which I want to have 2 kids total. So we will be doing these in the future again, but for now I'm excited for you guys to meet my son and to just share some new experiences of my life. I'm ready for it the best way I know how to be, and I hope I do okay. I'm so excited to be a mom. And I just know that I'm gonna love this little boy with everything inside of me, and just it's gonna be the most amazing thing ever. So I'm so excited. I love you guys very much. Give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Oh, almost forgot. We have to do the belly shot. How could I forget the belly shot? Here is the 38-week belly, almost 39, because I'll be 39 in 2 days. So here I am. I'm huge. This is with the shirt. And here's my stomach. Oh my god, you guys. It's so big. I'm huge. So yeah, I hope you guys can see this pretty good, but so yeah, I don't know if you guys can see the stretch marks, but I was going to try to show them to you real quick. I'll try to zoom in, maybe you can see a little better. But the stretch marks are mainly right here. I don't know if you can see them. And then they're over here on this side too. And that's all I've noticed so far with those. So, yep. This is the last time you'll probably see the big belly. At least until the next one. Alright, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Bye.